My dear, cherished soul, every tear you have shed has been tenderly gathered and treasured, carefully kept in my flask as a precious gem. I have witnessed you in your moments of distress, in the quiet, lonely rooms, filled with the memories of your past, where your spirit poured out its pain. I have seen your face pressed against the pillow, soaked with tears born of solitude. I observed you in your car, streaming tears as you silently pleaded for a way forward. I've been with you at your desk, swallowing down the cries of frustration, holding it all inside. These places, the settings of your sorrow, are etched deeply in your mind and still echo with your pain. They stand like monuments to your loss, your disappointments, your struggles. And a part of you fears they will always remain this way. Haunted sites of sadness, territories you avoid to keep your wounds from reopening. But today, I come with a message of hope and renewal. I am launching a grand project of restoration in your life, a masterpiece of redemption that will change everything. What I'm about to reveal can redefine your entire path. My purpose is not just to heal the memories attached to those places, but to completely redeem them, transforming their meaning forever. I declare over your life a truth destined to shift your emotional landscape. You will laugh in the very places where you once only cried. That room, once filled with loneliness, will instead become the stage for your sweetest fellowship with me. The path you trudged with a heavy heart will transform into your walkway of triumph. The desk where frustration reigned will become your platform for divine creativity and favor. I am not merely wiping away your tears. I am changing their source into a fountain of joy. Before we move forward, declare this word of faith with me. The delight of the Lord is my strength. This is your agreement with the restorative work I am doing, your readiness for a fresh season filled with happiness. Now, take a deep breath. Your time of mourning over these places is coming to a close. Your season of celebration is about to dawn. Listen carefully now, my daughter, so your full joy can come alive within you. It's vital for you to understand the sacred value of your past tears. You may have seen them as signs of weakness, defeat, or despair, but I've seen them as essential nourishment. The soil of your spirit in certain areas had grown hard and dry, compacted by old hurts, routine, arrogance, and stubbornness. The new seeds of joy, purpose, and intimacy I planned to plant couldn't take root otherwise. Your tears, spilled openly and honestly before me, were like rain that softened the earth. Every sob worked like a plow, breaking up layers of self-reliance and control. You might have thought you were falling apart, but in truth, you were opening up. You felt like you were drowning, but actually, you were being immersed in a new depth of surrender. I never waste suffering. No tears ever disregarded. In each drop I was there, not just to comfort but to sow. In the moist soil of your sadness, I planted the seeds of your coming joy. Those seeds, nurtured by your anguish and warmed by the light of my love, have been growing quietly beneath the surface, out of sight. Your long period of weeping was, in fact, a sacred time of cultivation. I was preparing a harvest of joy, so powerful and enduring that no minor hardship in the future could ever shake it. You see, happiness that springs from an absence of difficulty is fragile, easily shattered. But the joy that grows from standing firm in faith through trials, that joy is strong and steady, deep-rooted like a mighty oak tree. There's an essential truth you must understand before we go any further. The depth of your past sorrow has shaped how much joy your heart can hold in the future. The pain you cried through was not in vain. It expanded your capacity to experience happiness. Because you have wept so deeply, you will one day rejoice abundantly beyond measure. Your trials weren't pointless. They were preparing and enlarging your heart. Now, before we proceed, I invite you to affirm this truth in the comments. I place my trust in the Lord. By doing so, you not only solidify your own faith, but also encourage others who long to feel His presence. This declaration is your way of embracing the divine gardener's workings in your life, trusting the process even when it feels difficult. If this message has touched your heart, please click "Thanks" to show your support and help share these words of guidance and hope with others. Every tear you've shed, thank them, because they are not the end of your story, but the beginning of a beautiful transformation. My dear soul, the primary healing must start in the most intimate place where you once wept, your own heart. It's there, in connection to those painful memories of a friend's betrayal, a relative's coldness, or a lover's departure, that wounds have lodged and disguised themselves as booby traps. You likely learned to avoid those places to protect yourself. But today, I am stepping into those vulnerable spaces, not to trigger the pain, but to disarm these emotional traps with my grace and mercy. Your recovery begins when you adopt a new perspective. I'm offering you my vision to see those people not as tormentors, but as fellow souls hurting deeply, acting from their own pain and limitations. This empathy will be your first step toward freedom. Then, the miracle happens. Where memory stored hurt, I will plant new, healing recollections. I'll help you create new moments of grace and connection in these relationships, or in fresh ones that come to redeem the old wounds. Perhaps that distant family member will surprise you with a spontaneous act of love. Maybe a new friendship will blossom, loyal, and deep enough to heal you from betrayal's sting. I will introduce you to a love that honors your heart so profoundly. The sting of abandonment fades into a mere footnote, not the headline of your story. You'll find yourself laughing around family dinner tables that once felt tense and sharing your most intimate thoughts with a companion you thought you'd lost trust in forever. Together you'll discover a peace and joy so profound, the tears of the past will seem like they belong to another lifetime. What I'm about to reveal next has the power to transform your entire life. I'm not just healing your wounds. I'm restoring lost time, making up for years of missed closeness and stolen happiness. The joy that awaits you will be so much richer because you now truly understand the value of genuine intimacy, having felt its aching absence. I, your God, am sending you a clear sign, confirmation that you have been waiting for. It is found in Psalm 35, which says, "Woo." Sometimes, tears streak our faces deep into the night, but with the dawn comes a fresh wave of joy. I invite you to share in the comments below. I've received this message and feel blessed. I send warmth and protection to someone I care about, declaring that God's morning of happiness is drawing near for them. If these words resonate with you, please express your support by giving a thank you and help spread this light to others. Before we move forward, let me direct you to something special I've created to strengthen your belief even more. If your heart desires inner healing, a spiritual reconnection, a renewed sense of purpose, and success perfectly aligned with my heart, then a 31-day journey awaits you. Each day has been thoughtfully crafted for me to speak deeply to your spirit. Should you wish to embark on this path, you'll find the link in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now to keep receiving these uplifting messages of light. Your nights, filled with tears over relationships, have ended. Your mornings bring laughter shared with others. My beloved soul, there's another realm where your tears have fallen freely. Your goals and your calling. You have cried tears of frustration when faced with closed doors. Tears of inadequacy flowed as you doubted your own capabilities. You wept feeling overlooked, convinced your talents would never be noticed or put to use. Your workspace, your office or desk, sometimes became a silent stage of suffering. I have seen your pain. And now, I'm shifting the season over your professional and vocational life. Where there was once stagnation, I am unleashing a flood of possibilities. Where dismissal reigned, I pour out a soothing balm of favor. Those doors that once remained firmly locked will begin to swing open with surprising ease. The very people who once ignored you will now seek your insight and ideas. What was once your desk, a place of empty effort, will transform into an altar of divine inspiration. Ideas will flow effortlessly. Solutions will reveal themselves naturally. And what once felt like a burden will ignite into a passionate pursuit. You'll find yourself smiling with deep satisfaction as your workday ends, embracing the joy of seeing your efforts bear fruit and knowing you are fulfilling your calling. I'm doing more than assigning you a new role or project. I'm restoring your self-respect. I'm affirming the gifts I placed within you from the beginning. The belief that you are not enough is a lie, and now you'll see you were perfectly equipped for this mission from the start. The preparation phase of feeling small has passed. It's time to stand tall and shine. I encourage you now to post in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to fully accept. Picture each one clearly. Send them warmth. Say, I accept you and set you free. May peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that acceptance brings. Make this a daily practice to cultivate inner peace and release anxiety. Openly accept the bosses, coworkers, and systems that once caused frustration. But above all, accept yourself. For every perceived mistake and every shortcoming you believed defined you, your path forward is blessed anew. Your past does not define your professional future. The struggles you faced are, in fact, your credentials of resilience. These very challenges qualify you for the influence and leadership I am now bestowing upon you. You won't laugh despite these difficulties. You will laugh because of them, knowing they prepared you for this victorious moment. My precious soul, the return of laughter will extend far beyond your spirit and career. It will fill your physical surroundings as well. Consider your own home. Maybe there's a particular room, an armchair, or a quiet corner that became your refuge for tears, the place you retreated to process your pain alone. Today, I am redeeming those spaces. I am cleansing the atmosphere heavy with sadness and transforming it into an environment filled with peace and happiness. That same room will become a sanctuary of celebration. The armchair will be your throne for dreaming new dreams, reading books that bring laughter, and engaging in conversations that feed your soul. I am transforming the very purpose of your spaces. And what about your body? You have stood before the mirror, overwhelmed by dissatisfaction, frustrated by physical limitations, chronic pain, or lack of energy. Your body became a battleground. Yet, I created it to be a vessel of joy, an instrument of praise. Now, I am releasing waves of healing and renewed vitality upon you. This is not just relief from symptoms. It is a full restoration of your passion for living in your own skin. You will look in the mirror and smile, not because you are perfect, but because you see yourself through my loving eyes, appreciating the unique beauty I have made. You will feel a new energy awakening within you, a fresh desire to move freely, to dance, walk, and embrace life. The tears you once shed in sorrow over your body will be replaced by grateful smiles for its strength and endurance. There is something deeply important I want you to grasp. I care about every detail of your life. Nothing is too small for my plan to make everything whole again. I desire your happiness to be full, saturating not only your spirit and soul but your body, your home, and your finances. Every part of your life is being transformed from a memorial of pain into a flourishing garden of joy. Your entire existence is being renewed. My daughter, witnessing laughter rise where tears once fell, equips you for a powerful new mission. You will become an architect of hope because you have experienced firsthand my power to redesign and restore places of suffering. You will carry the conviction and authority to help others do the same. You will encounter people trapped in their own rooms of sorrow, convinced that sadness is their permanent residence. Your story will be the key that opens their windows to light. You will say, "I know this room all too well. I used to live here. But let me show you the garden that awaits on the other side." Your compassion will not be just words. It will be deeply felt. Your encouragement will rise from experience, not empty platitudes. Your pain, which the adversary meant to isolate and trap you in, will instead become contagious in the most beautiful way. What was intended as a weapon to keep you locked in sorrow will now be transformed into your greatest tool for connection and healing others. Your testimony won't simply be about how God delivered you from suffering. It will be the powerful testament of how God transformed the very place of your pain into a source of joy that never runs dry. This is the message the world so desperately needs to hear right now. You will become a master at discovering beauty amidst the ashes. Someone who can see the potential for a lush garden where barren ground once was. You will develop the eyes of a restorer, a visionary who brings beauty, order, and happiness to lives, families, and communities shattered by grief and loss. Never underestimate the value of your history of tears. It was an academy where your soul was carefully shaped and refined. You graduated with honors, ready for this very purpose. Now, I am commissioning you to go forth and create havens of hope in the vast deserts of people's hearts. Share this message with two loved ones who need to hear this uplifting call of faith and hope. Let's build a chain, a community, bonded by mutual support and genuine affection. Post a comment below, offering a prayer of faith, a plea for hope. Even a simple prayer like, "Lord, make me a restorer of tearful places, a bearer of your redeeming joy," is your declaration of acceptance of this beautiful and powerful mission. My precious soul, how can you actively engage in this grand work of restoration? How can you speed up the transformation where laughter replaces tears in parts of your life still marked by pain? Your role is to be an agent of intentional rejoicing. I invite you to deliberately start creating new, positive associations in those old spaces of hurt. Take the room where you wept the most. Transform it. Paint one wall a bright, cheerful color. Bring in fresh flowers. Play uplifting music there. Sit in that space, not to remember the sadness, but to dream boldly about your future. Dream with me. Claim that space for joy. Consider the relationship that caused your distress. Instead of avoidance or harboring resentment, take even a small step of grace. Send a kind message, offer a brief prayer for that person. You don't have to become their best friend, but every small act of goodwill is like planting a flower in a battlefield once littered with pain. Think about your old workspace. If it still exists, decorate it anew. If it's gone, find a fresh spot and dedicate it to me as your platform for creativity. Begin a new project there, no matter how small. And do it with a heart full of joy and gratitude. The key truth I want you to understand is this: you don't need to wait until you feel happy to start smiling. Your decision to laugh by faith, to celebrate by conviction, to create new memories through faith, invites the true emotion to follow. You act out of your new reality, not your past memories. You refuse to let the past dictate the atmosphere of your present. You are reclaiming and redecorating your own spirit with authority. And I, your partner in this interior design of the soul, come alongside you with my power and presence. I will seal and amplify every small act of restoration you undertake. We are a team with a shared mission to transform every corner of your life from despair into a sanctuary of joy. As we draw this meaningful conversation to a close, remember this: the promise has been declared, and the journey of restoration has already begun. Your heart now carries a fresh map, one that reveals how the valleys once filled with tears can be transformed into towering mountains of joy. I encourage you to leave this meeting with renewed hope and expectation. Face your challenging moments, not with fear or sadness, but with a sacred sense of anticipation. Look upon these trials and ask, Father, what remarkable growth will you cultivate here? What vibrant flower of joy will blossom in this soil, so deeply soaked with my tears? Your perspective is shifting. The reminders of your pain are being torn down, making way for magnificent palaces of delight to rise. Your narrative is no longer focused on loss, but instead on the incredible restoration that has taken place, more glorious than before. Your identity has evolved. You are no longer defined by your tears, but by the transformation of your weeping into joyful laughter. This is your new reality. Live it fully. Speak from this truth, act accordingly, and watch as your circumstances reshape themselves to fit it. The long night of sorrow has served its purpose, and now your dawn of joy is here. This joy isn't fleeting. It is deep, rooted and strong, carrying a history and power that can reclaim lost time. I invite you to find that very first place where only tears once fell, and now allow yourself to wear a small, confident smile. That smile is a prophecy, a promise that it will one day blossom into a hearty laugh. If this message resonates with your journey, please share your story in the comments. Declare, I will laugh where I once wept. In Jesus' name. Your declarations will strengthen your faith and light the way for others who need this hope. Share your experiences below. Before we end, I want to direct you to a special gift prepared just for you. I have witnessed your yearning for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, newfound direction, and prosperity flowing from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart calls out, I open new doors. So, through this channel, I've created a guided 31-day experience, a daily journey where I can speak more deeply to your spirit. This isn't just a guide, but a path toward restoration, alignment, and growth, designed to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel drawn to this, find the link in the description and in the first pinned comment on this video. Begin this transformative course today. I will be with you on every page, leading your steps and brightening your path. If this message touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe so you can continue to receive my words. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.